working as an assistant DA or as a prosecutor was exciting, challenging, and rewarding. You're doing good work for the community. You're also dealing in human affairs, which you either have a feel for or you don't. I enjoy people, I enjoy human experiences, and you're dealing with everyday life and the drama of life as a prosecutor. One thing that's very important for a prosecutor to always bear in mind is that you must always have compassion for the people that find themselves in trouble with the law. It doesn't mean, it has nothing to do with their guilt or innocence, but when we take an oath to see that justice is done, why it manifests itself in a lot of different ways, and you've got to see that they get their day in court and are justly dealt with, and it's a two-way street. Sometimes I've dismissed cases pursuant to my oath of office. We don't convict for the sake of convicting. You convict people that should be convicted. It's a responsible thing to do. But it's also responsible on many occasions to dismiss cases. And the police spend a lot of time exonerating people from the commission of a crime. People, the public at large doesn't always think of that, but that's one of the primary function of the police. You don't just go out and have any old person. You have to prove the case, and also take into account exonerating evidence and recognize it for what it is. Very important. When you lose compassion, you shouldn't be a prosecutor. When I became a Supreme Court Justice in New York, in Suffolk County, it was only a year or so after I had retired from the DA's office, which meant that all the indictments still in existence and still pending indictments, criminal indictments, formally charging people with crimes, were in my name as district attorney. So I couldn't preside over any criminal trials of defendants that I had indicted. It's not good form. So I had to sit in civil part. Supreme Court has both civil and criminal jurisdiction. So I sat in the civil cases, which I enjoyed. It was a nice breath of fresh air after dealing with the seamy side of life for 25 years. And that's really what law enforcement is, regardless of how we gussy it up. Anyhow, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed having good attorneys that appeared before me. And the best attorneys, I'll rephrase that. Medical malpractice trials attract some of the best attorneys for obvious reasons. Very important case. And I enjoyed having them before me because it made it that much more interesting and easier. The better the lawyers, the easier it is for the judge. I think I've been called somewhat stern in the courtroom, but I would rather be called a traditionalist. I believe in an orderly trial. I like the rules that we have. I don't relax the rules, or didn't. And I think if you get sloppy, why the system suffers as a result of it. You've got to maintain the standards that your predecessors have established. They exist for good reason. And I think I was respected. I'd like to think so anyhow.